Hi, we're the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Marisa, and you. Thank you for taking a K-drama coffee break with us.
We are K-drama fans just like you, as you guys all know. And so it's the end of 2022. So we're going to dive in and give you our top picks of the year.
So these are dramas that you can binge over the holidays. They're all complete. We've watched them all. I have to say, I'm going to binge Under the Queen's Umbrella because I haven't had time to watch it.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited for that. I need a day off.
Right?
But these, if you're just lounging around, post, holiday dinner, Christmas dinner, whatever you celebrate.
Exactly. And you're like, 2022 is a bit, because we're actually going to do a video about, some people are in a little bit of a K-drama drought in 2022, but these were our top picks.
That's right. So we've got 5 dramas for you and some extras because that's who we are.
Exactly. We can never just stick to one list, please.
Oh my goodness.
Not at all.
Yeah. However you celebrate this holiday, I hope you have time on the couch to just turn on your K-dramas and just
enjoy
chill.
them.
Yeah.
And chill.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just get started. Let's talk Seongguk's.
Yes. Bloody Heart.
Bloody Heart.
There is no other.
There is no other. Except you're gonna binge The Queen's Umbrella.
Yeah, because I haven't watched it yet, but we did watch Bloody Heart.
And Bloody Heart was brilliant. And we did a video about how much we loved it. So get a chance, go check it out. But yeah, Bloody Heart is just it had everything for me.
Right. It had the look, it had amazing acting, it had a storyline that just kept you intrigued and guessing and just like dying for the next episode, because we've never seen twists and turns that were so weighty, right? Like meaty and like not just like who done it kind of cliffhanger. No. There was so much at stake.
So much at stake.
With every cliffhanger.
And it just had a little bit of everything that just makes it such a full K-drama experience.
And Jang Hyuk.
And Lee Jun.
Kang Hana.
And Kang Hana. Like those 3 are such powerhouses, and they bring their A game for 16 episodes. It's probably my top pick of the year, for sure. For sure. Maybe you're not into this, Seongguk. No, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you're more like slice of life.
25-21.
Exactly.
A little controversial pick of ours, I think.
It is. I think so. Because I'll be honest, at first I was like, but I loved it so much until the last 10 minutes. But it just was it was such an enjoyable ride.
That's right. So you've probably heard about the ending by now. But honestly, from the beginning until those final moments, it was such rich storytelling, and the friendship of these 5 growing up in the 90s, like high school and just out of, not being able to go to college, but like just the how they matured, but did it together and found each other. And it was just so beautiful in so many ways. Yeah. And fencing.
That's what I really loved about it. Like Kim Tae-ri and Bona and their devotion to their sport and how that was like a character unto itself. Like that was probably my favorite part of the story. And that friendship that went from idol adoration of, super fandom to rivals to best friends forever. Like it was just so satisfying that by the time it was over, that was the place where I found peace there.
That's right. Just know that this drama is so much more than the ending. Like Kim Tae-ri, oh my gosh, her lightness, and then on the other side, her competitiveness. Oh, yeah. She's so good, right? I mean, you know that we love her. Yes. And the training that she and Bona had to do for these roles, because the fencing was amazing.
The fencing was so good. It was so amazing to watch. Yeah. Like I didn't know much about fencing, and now I'm like, I want to become like a fencing nerd. Yeah. But
the how their relationship evolved was so great. But Kim Tae-ri just, she totally embodied this 17, 18-year-old,
For sure.
Oh my God. And then 21-year-old, right?
Right? 18 and 21. Yeah. Because that was the whole idea, right? Yeah. It just was. And then just one of our favorite puppies, Nam Joo-hyuk. Like he's he's just one of our favorite puppies. And he does he's so good in those like sad roles.
Yes. No one does hurt better than him.
No, yeah. He does Heartbroken so well.
Yes.
And he carried that through the whole thing, and he did help anchor it. And you weirdly believe that he was older than Kim Tae-ri, even though in real life they're like, it's actually the other way around. And I think as much as we had the romances and we had all of those things, I think one of my favorite parts of this whole thing was our 2 besties, cousins, I think is what they are. Yeah. But it was Lee Joo-myung and Chae Hyung-uk. Like they were hilarious as besties. And she just made me laugh and cackle so many times.
It was really funny. She played all of them in different ways, but it was so hilarious. But you know who I really loved also? The coach.
Oh my God, yes.
Coach
Neem.
The coach, the best coach of all time.
Of all time.
Right.
And usually she plays such an evil, manipulative person. I kept waiting for her to become like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, she's good. She's good people.
She's good. Yes.
So, yes. So 25-21, absolutely. Definitely put that on your list. All right. So maybe Saguk and Slice of Life, not your jam. Maybe you are more, I need crime and thriller dark. I'm in a dark spot. I need dark stuff over this holiday season. I'm usually there in every holiday season, so I totally get it.
Yeah. And we love it so much. We have two to recommend.
Yes.
One is Blind.
Blind was so dark.
It was so dark. Oh my gosh. But it kept, I have to say, the reveals. This was a mystery that unfolded really well. It was really well paced. Because, sometimes you get to like this kind of lull, like around 11, 12, and you're like, oh, where's it going to go now? But this one, there were so many reveals because everyone was connected in this one. And it was violent.
It was very violent. Like Marisa said, the reveals were amazing. At the end of every episode, you were like, I have a theory. Maybe not. Like it was at the end of every episode, you had like, it's him, no, it's her, no, it's them. They're working together. Like it was like the end of everyone. And I had a few quibbles. Again, it's like the end. I think that's overall 2022. My biggest quibbles were the endings. Mm-hmm. I would say that, but it was a satisfying. The acting was so good. Our main three, Taekyung, Jung Eun-ji, and Ha Seok-jun, like they were just so good as a trio. Yeah. Like I wanted nothing but happiness for them.
Yeah. I really enjoyed watching them all together. And Jung Eun-ji in particular, I like her so much, but her character was she was the heart of this show. I really enjoyed her. And again, the tension, the mystery, there's a lot of violence in this. So, but if you like crime, then that's what you get with a Korean crime drama. Yeah, there's a lot of violence and torture, but
but other than that, we loved it.
Yeah, really well done. The violence and torture parts, but
but if you like a good thriller, this one keeps you on the edge of your seat to the very end.
Yeah, it really does.
Another one that was like that was Through the Darkness. Oh my God.
So good. Kim Nam-gil and Jin Sun-kyu together as like nerdy profilers / cops. So this is based on the real life profiler, the first in Korea. So Kim Nam-gil, I think the real profiler this is based on was like, yeah, I could see it. Can't you see the resemblance? Of course it would be Kim Nam-gil.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was obsessed with it because it was obviously Kim Nam-gil playing a completely different character in my in my experience with Kim Nam-gil. Usually he plays like this wacky, like, or goofball.
Or serial killer.
Or serial killer, This time he's hunting them.
Yes.
And I really enjoy like profiling and reading those types of true crime type stuff. And I ended up reading the book that the profiler uses in the thing. And the actual profiler is in that documentary, The Raincoat Killer, that's on Netflix. And so there was a lot of things that were overlapping at one time for me watching this show. And it was really good.
It was really well done. Is it 12 episodes?
Yes, but they split it. Remember they split it in half because of the Olympics?
Oh, that's right.
And it kind of lost a little bit of steam for me because they split it in half. And so, but I'm wondering, I'm not sure I could binge this one, but I'm wondering if you watch it just in order and not have I think it was a 3 or almost 4 week break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there was a huge break there because of the Olympics.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was really good. The crimes were really good. The pushing back against, authority, because this idea of profiling is new. And it, when you introduce science instead of instinct, that just ruffles a whole bunch of feathers. But Kim Won-hae, always
love him. Yeah.
So he's in it too. But yeah, it's a good dark thriller.
Super dark, but really good.
Yes.
Super dark, super good.
Yes.
Highly recommended. And then because, if you're already going down that dark path, why don't you go to zombies?
All of Us Are Dead. It swept the globe, this one.
I was really surprised. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah, I think there were so many zombies in it. It was really
Right?
relentless. And there were definitely some moments where like, oh, I think this is too much. But I loved all the kids. I loved how they fought together. I loved how smart they were and how loyal they were to each other. And so there was a lot to root for.
Yeah. I also like the relentlessness of the zombies. There's something about that. I don't know what it is about that. Like Korea does zombies in a way that nobody else does.
So fast.
The speed and the relentlessness and
Yeah.
the hordes of zombies
Yes.
is terrifying. And so there's something weirdly satisfying about it because I've said this, I think, every time we talk about a zombie show, but The Walking Dead, they're so slow.
Right.
And they're so, like, I don't know how anyone actually gets eaten by one because, and there's only like 6 at a time. In a Korean drama, it's like, there's like 90.
Oh my
Even if you're in a wired cage, making your way across the gym, it's still terrifying. So they just really know how to do zombies.
Yes. And that's the thing, by sending it in a high school, something we're all familiar with, like in the cafeteria, in the PE room, like where's the lacrosse equipment? Like how can we get out of this? It was just kind of, it felt like it could happen.
It really did. And I mean, listen, they were getting a season 2, so we're excited to see where that goes. And there's even they even found love in the middle of a zombie apocalypse.
That's right.
So who doesn't appreciate having all of those things covered?
It was amazing. It made stars out of these
really
kids.
did.
So yeah. And because we are who we are, we got a couple extra recommendations for you.
Excellent.
Look, there's some big ones out there this year. Extraordinary Attorney Woo was another one that swept the globe. Big surprise.
Yes, huge surprise.
Huge surprise, but that's the power of Netflix. And then what else was really huge? My Liberation Notes. I don't know if I would binge it again, though.
Oh, God, no.
No.
Oh,
No.
No.
But it made Sansaku a star.
It did.
Yes.
And if they just want to show me like just a cut of Sansaku, I'd totally take it.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say no. But
No.
Jen and I do have a couple other recommendations for you if crime and zombies.
Right. If those are not what you're thinking about and not kind of on your list for the holiday binge, we have our own top 3 that we would go with.
Yes. So Love All Play, or Going to You at a Speed of 493 kilometers. I really love this one. They're young adults, but yay, they're not in high school. I feel always better, about romance or rom-com when they're grown-ups. But it's with Chae Jung-hyuk and Park Joo-hyun, who was an extracurricular and zombie detective. And it's set in professional badminton.
Of course. I remember you really, really enjoyed that
I
one.
totally enjoyed it because I just loved how they talked to each other. And they're, she's lost, as so many K-drama heroines are, but she's got this belief in herself that when everything is down, she's decided to pick herself back up. And so that's really enjoyable to watch. But their relationship as they're falling in love is just so enjoyable. And the banter is really good. This was really well written. So if you want like a talky rom-com with some athletics thrown in,
I think I actually do. I think this is actually going on my list.
this is one for you and for Jen.
And for me. I love it. I have 2 weeks off. I'm going to do it.
Hey.
One of mine that I really, really enjoyed that it kind of came out of nowhere. And now there's billboards all over Los Angeles for it, the webtoon. It is Semantic Error. It is a BL that was on Viki. And it was such a delight. It starred Park So-ham and Park Jae-chan. And their romance was just so adorable. So essentially you have these 2 college students who are in the same class together, but one does all the work and the other one doesn't. So the one basically gets the other one to not get a grade. And so he can't graduate from school. And then they become buddies and then it blossoms into a romance. And it was so well done. And it was so good. Everyone was clamoring for a season 2 and we can't wait. And then our one guy, Jung Jae-young has this girlfriend, this best friend.
Oh, yeah.
And she was amazing.
Yes.
And it was just all so enjoyable. Like they were likable people and they were fun and they were sexy. And it was just a delight.
Yeah. It's that tension between 2 people who are completely different and yet somehow drawn to each other. It's always
so satisfying and so good. And it was just fun to watch friends support the whole thing. And it was, Loved it. It's super, and it's on Viki, and it's a web series, so it's super quick, so you can binge it in one day. So if you want one that you just want to get a quick and easy romance fix, that is the one I would definitely recommend.
And another quick and easy romance fix that I recommend is soundtrack number 1. You've heard me talk about this a lot. Park Hyung-sik, always, and Han So-hee in a very different role. You know, like this is it's just two people who he's pining for her, has loved her all their lives, and she doesn't recognize that yet. And so it's her revelation of that. And so to see her understanding and then falling for him, it's so good. It's so good. And it's small. It's a small drama. There's not a lot of characters. They've just got this little corner of soul, and it's just 2.5 hours of kind of
so in one afternoon you got semantic error and then soundtrack number 1. It's perfect.
Feel good love stories.
Exactly. One that completely caught me by surprise was From Now On Showtime, which I was like, I'm not gonna like this. Really enjoyed it. It is magicians and ghosts and seeing ghosts and murder investigations, and it's Park Hae-jin, Jin Ki-ju, and they're at opposite ends. He's like, I think he plays this character all the time. Park Hae-jin always plays this like snooty bastard of a man who finds a heart by the end of it. And so there's nothing new or revelatory here, but it was just from pure entertainment and comedy. It was just so much fun. Our 3 ghosts, we've got Go Gyu Pil, we got Jung Suk Young, and we've got Park So Young. Like they were just so much fun as these ghosts that basically are indentured servants to the magician. That really, he's not really a magician. He just has these ghosts that do all the magic tricks. Nobody can see the ghosts.
That's so wacky.
And it's just such a bizarre setup. If you're looking for something that is just fun and silly, and I mean, let's be honest, stupid, it really took me by surprise, and I really, really enjoyed it.
That's a good holiday binge.
It really was. And it bizarrely, by the end of it, had a lot of heart.
Oh,
so, yeah.
I do like Jin Ki-ju. I think she's really talented.
She's so talented.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
And then my final recommendation is for Grid, because K-dramas don't tackle sci-fi very often. And this one, sure, you could have some quibbles because, travel, which is always just like kind of mind-bending. But I think it was really well done, and it was kind of dark. And So Kang-joon, when he has an edge to him.
I love him when he has an edge.
Right?
Yes.
So good. I love him in this. And Kim Ah-jung, who... she's one of my favorites. Was she on our top 4 list of women over 40? If she's not, we need to do another one because I loved her. And then,
we did miss a few. We need to do another one.
We do. For sure. Yeah. And then Lee Se-young also as this kind of traveling or time travel ghost. So yeah, there's a lot of mystery to it. There's a lot of politicking and authority games, but it's just such a different world, and I definitely bought into it. So
now, is this one getting a season 2?
I believe so.
Okay, because I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah,
mostly because it was on Disney Plus, and I keep forgetting to go use our VPN and jump on Disney Plus. Because if it's not on my Roku, I'm like, I forget it's there.
Yeah.
But I did want to finish it.
It appeared on. It's on Hulu.
Oh,
yeah.
I have Hulu on my Roku.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe there's supposed to be a season 2, but I haven't heard anything about it. But yeah, it was a good one. It's a good one.
And my final one is, I mean, listen, it's also one of the big juggernauts of the year, but it's a juggernaut in my personal opinion, for a reason. Alchemy of Souls.
Yes.
Like, listen, I love fantasy. I love magic. Obviously, I got magic in here a few times. And you've got these amazing dynamic leads. You got Lee Jae-wook, you got Jung So-min. They're fantastic. You've got this cast of characters. You got mages. You've got warring factions. You've got dumb men not recognizing that women like them. Like, it's just a lot of fun, and it's a mystical world, and we got a part 2, and there's just so many things. Part 2 is premiering December 10th. So if depending on when this lands, it might already be out on Netflix. So you might be able to binge straight through it. Ooh. It's 30 episodes in total, part 1 and 2. So it's a big one. It's beefy. But very, as of now, the end of part 1, very, very worth it.
And Lee Jae-wook.
Oh, goodness.
The kid's a star.
He really is. I mean, he was a star from the first time we saw him. And
Yes.
Memories of the Alhambra, we're like, who is this little punk kid? Like, is super dynamic and jumping off the screen. Like, we knew it from the moment he showed up as like, I don't even know, like thug number 4.
Yeah.
Like that was, I don't even know if he had a name. But he's been dynamic from the jump. So the fact that he is now, you know, the poster child for an entire 30 episode Hong Sisters series is really not that surprising.
That's right. So thank you, Hong Sisters. Yes. This one's a winner.
This really is. All right, you guys. So those, I mean, what is that? I think it's 11 choices for you to go out and binge. Enjoy. Let us know what you think is the best binge for this holiday season. Leave the comments below. And until next time, we are the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Marisa, and you. Thank you for being part of the K3. Please like, follow, subscribe, share your lists. We love talking to you about K-dramas. So enjoy the holidays, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.